Battle of Stalingrad is the absolute killer application for VR now, because it's so incredibly immersive and realistic, and it has so many qualities. Look at this. Okay, I wanted to show you what's new in the expansion before starting it. From its very Steam page. Now, of course, the chat window is covering the page. Wait a second. Let's minimize it. So, as I was saying, this just came out. It's got a launch discount going. Still pretty expensive, if I may say it, but probably it's worth it. I've only briefly tested it, so it will be mainly a new experience also for me. This is the real star of the bunch. It's the new Me-262 plane, the German jet from the end of the war. But I'm going to just make a little rundown of the expansion. This is about the final part of the war. Operation Bodeplatte in practice is the final operation that the Luftwaffe started in an attempt to attack and possibly interdict the Allies' air forces from invading Germany, or at least obtaining air superiority over it. But they, in the end, of course, they did obtain it. And these are the new planes. So on the German side, you see for the first three steps, there isn't much new. We have the new versions of the Focke-Wulf, the Bf-109, two versions of the Bf-109, and there is of course the jet. That's really cool. I just tested it briefly. It's incredibly fast and powerful. Then we have we finally have the USA forces, so the very heavy and rugged P-47 and the P-51, which employs the same Merlin engine as the Spitfire we've been speaking about the other day. Then there is a newer version of the Spitfire, and another very interesting plane is the British Tempest, which has a huge engine, almost capable, I've read, of 3,000 horsepower, and I believe that will be also a lot of fun to fly. So without wasting further time, let's start the game with the new expansion. Here it is, VR version, of course. Let me also reduce the picture of my face. I seem to see a little discrepancy between the chat window. No, okay, here it is. Someone shared. Unfortunately, I didn't see your name. Thank you in any case. Didn't appear, then it appeared on the overlay. So as you can see in the hangar, what do we have here? What was I flying the last time? No, probably it's a fairly run-of-the-mill plane that was already in the game. I was doing a quick rundown earlier, but I didn't play much. I didn't try the new career most of all. But before starting the career, I want to look for a second at the planes by doing a quick mission or two. Here it is. I'm leaving the jet for last because it's so cool. We'll probably do a career on the jet. So let's look at the Allies side first. We should have them here. I'm fairly interested to see how the Tempest flies. I haven't tested it yet. But while reading the specs of this plane, I said, no, I want absolutely to see it. So let's put some Axis plane in it. This is the new map also. It's the Rhineland in Germany. Let's put some more of them. They might as well be random. And I'll have some Jackson outside. I don't care too much. Let's see what happens. Hi Cesar, thank you for liking my post. Let's test the new expansion. You're welcome to stay with me and comment if you feel like it. Now I notice it no longer shows you any sort of feedback while loading in VR. You just have to look at the desktop overlay, I guess, otherwise it's a blank screen. I even was afraid it had crashed earlier, but it hadn't. And it hasn't now. Here it comes. You have to have faith. Yeah, I can still see the splash screen if I look at the overlay. Rather nice splash screen. That's the Macchi, the Italian plane, am I mistaken? Well, maybe not with a yellow engine like that. Well, in any case, we're almost there. Come on. Yeah, you can still see the bar. The progress bar is going. Also looking down below, seems promising. No, I'm sure it runs. I played it earlier. Also, the hard drive access light is still blinking, so it hasn't crashed. Okay, it gave me a little scare. Here it is. Look also at the customization options for the plane. They've definitely. Hi, Robert. Hi, thank you for commenting. It's a valve index. This one is really going with the pointer. Yeah, of course there is. No, I don't know why. I hadn't clicked on the window. Yeah, now it's in. It's the valve index from Valve, of course. The one they sell in Steam. And it's a very, very excellent. You can put in a different version of the Saber engine. This is the engine I was speaking about. It's a crazy powerful engine. Probably the most powerful one ever mounted on a fighter during World War II. But let's leave it how it is. It's, as I was saying, a fairly top-of-the-line headset. The only one with a refresh going up to 144 Hz. Here they come. It's a group of BFs. Yeah, it also looks a bit like the Spitfire. I've read a comment from the time. There was a major or general, I don't know, that said at the time, after the success of the Spitfire, Britain wouldn't have accepted to produce any plane that didn't look like the Spitfire, so the wings are shaped similarly. But the new engine is much more powerful than the Merlin. And I guess it will be reflected in our airspeed. We aren't playing online yet. I want to test a bit some of the planes, then we're going for a career, and for the final part of the sim, I guess we'll play online. And what I especially enjoy about this headset, as I was saying, is the increased field of view compared to the one I had before. I had the lowly Oculus CV1 that I had bought some years ago, and this is a definite improvement in that regard. They even invented a new way to mount the lenses, so that's sort of counter. They're not perpendicular to your eye, not perpendicular, parallel. I don't know if parallel is right in English. In any case, they're angled like this. I better make the gesture with the hand. So the more you put them close to your eyes, there's actually here a little, how do you call it? A controlling, it's a wheel in any case, that you slide this way and that. If you put them closer, you actually have a bigger field of view, and it can be quite big, not as big as something like the Pimax. The Pimax is that other headset with a huge screen. This hasn't a screen that is so big, but it's in any case much better than the headset I had before in that regard also. Plus it's got a good resolution. It's a very great headset if you have the money that it takes to buy it. Look at this BF-110. Okay, we totally obliterated. This thing also seems to have rather powerful armament. Let's see if I can understand what we have. Here it's the Hispano guns, the same that were on the Spitfire, but probably there are more on this one. Ooh, it also turns well enough that it makes your pilot black out. I guess that's to be expected. We're totally obliterating this guy. Well, it's fun. We might as well complete the quick mission. There's also some things on the ground, but I don't seem to carry any ground attacking weapons. So this is the Tempest. Where's the airspeed? Right, it's in miles. We're on a British plane after all. So I guess 240 miles per hour sounds a lot, even though it's miles, so it's less familiar to me. Also, another strong suit of the headset is the audio. As you see, you have these over-ear headphones. Well, not actually over-ear. They hover from your ear. That's what I mean. I'm already out of ammo. No, it had jammed for a minute. I don't know. So the headphones don't actually lie on your ears. They stay from a distance. It's like the open headsets that are so much the rage now, and it just sounds like you have the sound exists. That's what I mean. It's not constricting. You don't have the feeling of something pressing on your head, and yet it sounds very good. Maybe the bass isn't the same as the original Oculus. The original Oculus, by the way, had great audio. The new one totally sucks. but it's a definite improvement since my original Oculus, like many others, had the problems where the left earpiece went completely silent after a while. It was really a defect that these headsets had. Also, I've heard that the new HTC Pro is extremely good, often compared to this. I blacked out again, and now I blacked out so much that I actually crashed the plane. Well, these British pilots should eat more, let me tell you. It's definitely disappointing. He completely blacked out at low altitude, and he paid the ultimate price. In any case, the plane was good, so let's go to something else. I haven't tested the American planes yet. I'd like to see the P-47 briefly, because the P-51 I guess will fly similar to the Spitfire since the engine is the same. I also was reading an article that said that probably the P-47 was the better plane, because they said it does what the Spitfire can, but it does it over Berlin, referring to the fact that it had better durability. It was a plane much easier to maintain. It could be sent to the front. Let's see how that reflects to the game. Well, maybe more to the campaign of the game. In any case, it should have a longer autonomy, can go farther before refueling, and that maybe will be visible in the campaign. So this is the P-47. Looking at the customization options, yeah, as I was saying, there's a lot more stuff here than the original DLCs. Look at this. What can we do to this plane? Remove the machine guns. Why should I remove the machine guns? Additional ammo. Well, additional ammo I'm going to take. Ground attack modification. Underwing and underbelly racks for bombs and rockets. This is cool. Let's bring some bombs. There are ground targets in these quick missions. Also it brings rockets. That's cool. I like rockets. This is the gyro gun sight. Well, I tested the gyro gun sight in the Me 262, the jet, and I don't think I understood it correctly. Let's put it in, but I don't think it works well in VR. At least it made me miss all my shots, but we can always turn on the shooting aid. And then you add the rear view mirror. Well, put the rear view mirror in there. There's nothing bad with a rear view mirror. Let's see what it does. Yeah, this is the gyroscopic aiming sight. It's strange. First thing you have it's almost on your face. Then it's like the reflex, but it kinda moves. Maybe it tries to account for the leading of the shot, but it doesn't seem to shoot where the actual signal is. And these are, I believe, the rockets. They come out quite a bit from... look at the armaments. Yeah, this must be rocket launching tubes. Then we have 3 bombs. And a nice configuration. I also like the plane. I haven't piloted American planes much recently. I don't even have them in War Thunder. But the aesthetics of it is really nice and different. The mirror is circular and it's outside of the canopy, just like in the Spitfire. Doesn't give me a gut feeling of speed. Also in miles, 200 miles per hour at the moment. Well, not too bad. And let's see how it fires. I like the new voices. These are the voices for the American radio, I guess. Yeah, called BF. Ooh, it starts easily. Almost went into a spin there. They're completely new planes for me. I'll have to relearn a bit. I see Ju-52. Are these? They should be Stukas, right? Let's go for the Stukas. Might even shoot a rocket or 2 at them. Since I'm carrying so many, I might as well. Yeah, as I was saying, let's try to aim with the gyroscope. I haven't read anything about this aiming device. Would be a bit of an hazard, I guess. No, well, it works decently. Now it's shooting straight. Maybe it's better than the German version, at least in game. Like so. No. What are we going at? Ooh, below 150. That's not good. Almost there, almost there. No, there's no way. No, these are not Stukas, not at all. I read Jew, I thought Stuga. They're from the Junkers, but they're heavier bombers. It's got a lot of instruments, many more. and the other planes have flown recently. Some of which I don't actually understand the purpose of. Well, it's not the fastest plane, mind you. If I can catch these guys, okay, they're higher, but still. Hear how professional he sounds. Very much unlike the German and Russian voices, always screaming at the top of their lungs.
Winds from the southeast. Copy.
Winds from the southeast. What did he say? Should look at the subtitles. Flying above the city of... Well, it's not a city really, it doesn't even have a name on the map. Ah, Brussels over there. Brussels in Germany. Okay, well, there must be a city named Brussels in Greenland. I guess more like a town, doesn't look so big. What's this ominous sound? Someone shooting me actually came and put himself on my tail. How dare you? And now, of course, he's trying to make a run for it. It's an F version of the 109. Nah, how could I miss? You have to use a very soft hand with this plane. As soon as you make a turn, you risk losing control. Look at this. Maybe it's the stubby wings. At least they look stubby after flying so many British planes. Maybe coming in tunnel line? No, not yet. Wanted to fight easy targets, not a team. It's so slow in this thing. Below 200 now. Let's go for the other BF. No, not at all. Looks very, very bad. Maybe I should have picked the other variant of the engine, I guess. Here he comes, here he comes. Coming head on. I think I did some damage. I think. Want to shoot the rockets. Where are the ground targets? There were some. Got a pretty roomy cabin compared to the Russian planes. Yeah, it looks less silly when you move your head in VR this way and that. No, it's completely... No. Okay, so I fail at yet another of the new planes. And I don't know why. As soon as you go for a turn in this thing, you have to be very careful. Maybe it's not so good for low altitude dogfight. In any case, that's even better. We'll keep doing the tour of the planes. I don't know their characteristics yet, you see. So, the things I wanted to see on the Allied side, I guess I've seen them all. No, there was also the P-51. Also the new Spitfire. Should we go? I'll do one of these, then we go to the campaign with the Schwalbe, the jet. Let's try the newer Spitfire. Should be good. Oops. Yeah, 3 Spitfire Mark 9, 2, and everything random on the other side. From what I read, near the end of the war, the Spitfire had like twice the horsepower due to the better fuel they were using. A fairly foul-smelling fuel, I seem to have read. The pilots actually hated the odor it had. But they were very powerful, almost 2000 horsepower. Also, that corrected the problems with the fuel injection system. If you remember, we were speaking about it the other day. The one that made the engine stall during steep dives, they no longer did it at the end of the war. And it was a fairly fearsome plane with its enhanced agility, albeit not extremely fast yet, even with the improved engine due to its aerodynamics. I didn't check the personalization option. Yeah, the cabin looks different from the other Spitfire. I had bought the collector plane the other day. Maybe I wouldn't have bought it if I remember that Bodeplatte would have included a Spitfire. And the better one to boot. Ah, well, you can definitely see it's faster than a German plane already. By a huge degree. Okay, this guy is already doing down, while the other is instead pretty angry. Relent, you don't have to be so aggressive. It's also employing the same stealth siren as the old fire. I guess there was no need to change that. The engine is a bit damaged, well, I guess so. He emptied half his ammo count from the rear gun. So now we have the English voices are the same for both American and British planes. I guess makes sense. Well, we're not in a good state. It was a bit too haphazard the way in which I approached these bombers. What do we have as fighters? It's the G versions. I wish I remember if the G... I think the G version was the one that was more multi-role. No, and here is the much appreciated Merlin engine that breathes his last because it was so badly damaged. And still in the air, mind you. Might as well try to... Well, the propeller put like this doesn't help, it's right where I would be shooting. See how it's fast to make the tour of the planes when you crash each one in like 20 seconds. I don't want to see this happen. Well, I could try and go for an emergency landing. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do an emergency landing. Wasn't there an airfield near here? I wish I knew if it was friendly or not. Not that it makes any difference in quick missions. We're doing the career after this one. I left the best part for last. I want to go in the ME 266 for the German side. Here we are, and touchdown. No, it overturned. No, it didn't overturn in the end, just broke a piece of the propeller. Yeah, I was braking, by the way, with the pedals, but these pedals don't brake at all. You're supposed to brake with the lever on the stick. And finish mission, in any case. Finish quick missions too. These are 2 wheels. They're no longer attacked, okay. Attached to the airplane. We still got 1 kill. Exit. Okay, this was of course a bit silly, but I wanted to see the planes I hadn't tested yet. So let's create a new career for the Battle of the Rhineland, and we're going to be of course German, and we're going to pick of course the Squalb. Here it is, 262, not 266. So I discovered the other day you can actually filter the airfield by airplane, or maybe not, because I cannot filter some of them. So you have fairly different scenarios here. They actually change quite a bit, I think, because one of these should be the final offensive on Germany, probably the last. Crossing the Rhine, Battle of the Bulge. Let's play the Battle of the Bulge, that's fairly iconic. So, how does it work? You have the German side on the east. So they're coming from France, I guess. Okay. Let's see where we have the jet. Not here. Not here. Now the chat window is going to cover it. No, I've been lucky. Here it is. Should also make for a more engaging stream, since we won't have as many downtime or as long, since the thing should be way faster. Kampfwagen Edelweiss. I like the name of the battalion. Another German playboy. No, we played a German playboy the other day. I'll be a German... son of a merchant. A German pilot, yeah, I believe such a good plane. They didn't have many of these. It would be put in the hand of an experienced pilot. So let's say he was a pilot of Lufthansa that maybe made his name during the first phase of the war. And of course I forgot again to select, to to command the unit. That's a big mistake on my part. I'll have to go back. Every time I forget about. If you're not commander, you end up with more boring missions because you cannot skip them. Go back. Well, will take just a minute. So delete this guy. As soon as recruited, already sent back home. I guess he had friends in high places. Germany. So everything stays the same. Battle of the Bulge. Where is the Edelweiss group? Of course it's been moved about, so I'll have to hunt for it again. Maybe because I have pressed this. No, just because he hates me. So, here it is. Now I see it. Edelweiss. And now, Lufthansa pilot. Not that it makes any difference, but it's kind of funny. And he will be also the commander, so maybe he did have friends in high places, or he himself is in high places. Unit HQ. We will have to skip the first day. Nothing happens in the first day of war. That's a bit of a misnomer, I believe. Loading. Battle of the Bulge. Since this is your first day, nothing happened. Except for the delivery of the newspaper and apparently the time to drink a cup of coffee. Look at the face. It's pretty young. For being a commander, it looks a bit too young. Next day. Served as the pilot of a Junkers bomber. Who? Him or his brother? Okay, Cloud's levels. Pilot roster has been assigned Otto Winker. Welcome, Otto. Also, someone's already getting. Was that a medal? Otherwise, here's the flower, from which it is named. Enemy artillery position attack. We're starting with an interesting one. So probably it's a new mission type because the name was different. I guess I'll take. It's got this beautiful plane, an incredible array of rockets. I was reading about this. These were special, very light rockets that Germany had developed in the very last phase of the war. In fact, they were almost never available. Only few planes had them. They give a feeling of power that's awesome. They look like something out of a mecha cartoon. You shoot all the rockets at once, and they do awesome damage. I certainly take them also because with unlimited ammo, I guess, will be even better. Let's go to headquarters so we can shorten the mission for as much as we can. I want to reduce our downtime. So this is the path. This is another little trick. I've shown it on the stream already. When you're the commander, you pick the waypoint, you put it here. It's actually starting you at the second waypoint, so you will be right at the objective. That's something that is worthy of knowing. And let's start the mission. As soon as it's loaded, we'll be in. So, as you might know, the Skvalb, which means dove, by the way, was a multi-role fighter that actually often had missions such as this, where it attacked the ground. I believe I read even that originally it was intended to be sort of a ground attack plane. Well, that was Hitler's idea. Hitler's often been the worst obstacle to Hitler's victory, as they say. He was convinced, despite the advice of his subordinates, that the Skvalb would have been an ideal ground attack plane, and so they tended to use it for that role, even though it actually outpaced all the fighters and would have been a great interceptor due to its speed. Then later, I believe it became the excellent bomber interceptor that it was, because it was able to swoop in, destroy the bombers, and go away even before their escort noticed what was going on due to the jet engines it had. It had two, by the way, right under the wings. In that regard, it's similar to the Russian jets that were employed just after the war was ended. But this one came out much sooner, and if it had been produced in a greater quantity, probably it would have permitted the victory in the Operation Bodeplatte. Not that it would have changed the tide of the war, probably not at that point, but it would have delayed the victory by a good deal. And this is it. Look at the design of this thing, completely different from any other World War II plane, but that also makes sense since it's a completely different design. The two huge engine under the wings. It's fairly stable because it doesn't have a propeller. It's also, strangely enough, doesn't have a vertical trim, that is the trim of the elevator. So you constantly have to keep your hands on the control, otherwise it's going to stall eventually. You can only trim the yaw, the rudder, and that's done with the usual controls like this. But I don't see a reason to do it. It's a twin engine, so it tends to go very straight. I didn't customize the gun size, so it's the standard one, but as I said, I preferred it. Let's engage time compression. But since we are currently moving at, these are kilometers, right? Yeah, they should be 500 kilometers per hour. It's a whole another game. That's like when you actually get to the jets in War Thunder. It becomes much faster paced. You reach the front in a minute and you're already shooting away. This will make it more fun, I believe. Let's see if it's true. Didn't look at the wingmates, but they should have the same plane. Let's take a look by employing external view. Yeah, it's another 4ME262. One is named, the other two not. Maybe they will become named later. Nice effect with exhaust like this. Temperature distorting the image, it's well done. But the graphics of this game is almost always top notch. Another reason for which I consider it one of the best VR games. It's also got pretty good visibility. Now I remember this. The other problem with using this plane as a ground attack plane is that it has great visibility above and to the side, but not so much below. The wings are low, the cabins also not ideally positioned. Okay, here are the ground units. You see how much I have to go in a dive for seeing them. That's hardly ideal. I've never piloted such a plane in this kind of engagement, so let's hope I don't mess up. Its ground emplacement's okay, it said artillery attack. Not the kind of artillery that shoots in the air, and that is good. I guess I better not go straight down. I don't know how much this thing can pull itself back up from a dive, and would be quite dangerous. So I'll go around. Everything's completely new to me. I see my friends are not doing the exact opposite. They're also bombing the target, whereas I carry actually rockets. But I think the rockets can do as much damage, if not more. Did I slow down? I had to slow down time, that's why it was moving so slowly. Yeah, these are the rockets. Look at this. Pam, 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 pam. Did I destroy anything? Well, it looked cool in any case, even if I didn't destroy anything. They shoot in pairs. Have you seen how it works? I definitely enjoy that weapon. I'm doing the same thing I was doing with the Tempest. I better be careful. There's one isolated there. I go for the stray shit. Pam! Pam! No, I missed again. Yeah, they shoot way more straight than the Russian rockets. I expected them to go in sort of a parabola arc. What I mean is that they should have hit the target, yet they passed overhead. So I better aim lower, I guess. I'm employing infinite ammo, by the way. I almost always do in campaign, because you waste so much time to get to the objective, and if you finish your ammunition, in the end you're limiting your own fun. It's not worth it, in my opinion. Might be more realistic. That's the anti-air gun, by the way, so I better destroy that thing. No, I missed again. I have to get the hang of these rockets. Who are the wingmates, by the way? Here come air targets. That's also something I will have to look into. Or I'll do better with it. So where are the rockets mounted, really? Are they under the wings? I can't see them. Maybe inside the fuselage? Here they are. They're very little. They're small. Under the wings, in racks. Looks like a weapon out of MechWarrior. So anachronistic and futuristic for the time. Am I already damaged, by the way? No, it seems okay. It makes smoke because it's jet engine. That's normal, it's expected in this case. I'll go for a last pass, I guess. Seems very dangerous what I'm doing. No, I think I couldn't hit the side of a barn with these rockets. I need to play some training missions before I employ them. Did we complete the mission by the way? Well, did my wingmates complete the mission? Yes, indeed. Where they are? To my left. I'll go and check, maybe we can help them. It's a fierce dogfight, will be more similar to what we know. So I'm now going 350 km per hour, but let's also increase time compression. Now 400, I believe. Is 400 listed twice on the odometer? That's strange. Where are you going? Ah, the enemy's over there, okay. Right in front of the sun. How convenient. Ah, it's the Tempest, by the way. Probably the only plane that can rival this in speed, considering the huge power it had. Paul Roberts. I love how everyone is named in the new career mode of Sturmovik. By the way, we're playing Sturmovik, but we will never meet a Sturmovik now, since we're on the Western Front. Ah, again you shoot me while I go after your friend. Oh, not nice. Truzzo pat a hole in our airframe. And our canopy too. I don't like the look of this. How far are we from friendly territory? Not so far. I guess we might easily make a run for it, but we're making a run for nothing since the wing is broken now. Okay, let's start the mission. This time we better be more careful. Okay, we discovered the Tempest can be quite a menace, especially when you don't know the performance of your plane. Now, when it loads, when you're loading a mission in Sturmovik, you better go to the desktop overlay if you're in VR, because otherwise it crosses your eye, generates completely garbage image that actually can be headache inducing. So you better turn on the overlay. Here it comes. I just restarted the mission, come on. Let's also look at the customization. I guess I picked the bombs since I cannot hit anything with these rockets. So the bombs are good. The bombs are friendly. We know the bombs. One big bomb or two smaller bombs. Well, one big bomb since we have unlimited ammo. Armored headrest. Back armor. Look at the customization option. Remove front armor. Remove the inner cannons. Fuel regulating valve. The automatic valve in the fuel line limits an excessive fuel pressure caused by rapid throttle increase, preventing the overheating and the resulting destruction of the engine. Thermals completely remove the danger of engine fire. Since something that you better remove. Danger of the fuel taking fire. Also, let's employ the gyro gun sight. Let's see if I can understand it better. So the bomb is over there, right below the fuselage. Start. No bomb bay in this thing, of course. It's not hefty enough. Well, it is hefty. It's a fairly big plane. But it wouldn't be a space for an inner bomb. Here it is. Well, that's a fairly big bomb. Why are they so slow? There is no reason for me. It's off center. That's fairly strange. Why is the bomb off center? That's a mystery. Cannot seem to imagine the reason. No. Something to look into. This game in VR gives you a big performance hit if you turn on the HUD. That's the reason I actually have the buttons to turn on or off the HUD on the HOTAS itself. I don't know why it does it, but it's very apparent if you look at this. It goes from 86 to 53 frames per second. It completely destroys the performance. Also, you can easily see HUD off, HUD on. Here on the little diagnostics, look at this. It goes from orange to green. So you better turn on the HUD only when you absolutely need it. If you play in VR, that's another important hint, I guess. Okay, and let's do our ground attack run, this time with bombs. Yes, yeah. You see how the gyro is. It's like the cursor for aiming doesn't want to stay inside the glass. I use an external view for this. Drop the bomb. Well, I believe it should hit. Hi Nix. Hi Nix, welcome to the scene. See what I bought. The new expansion for Sturmovik came out. Bodeplatte, I was waiting for this. It's set in 1945, final parts of the war. And it has, of course, the Squalbe. Here it is. I never said the number because I don't remember it. What was it? ME 262, I believe. The twin-engine jet from the Luftwaffe. What a cool plane. Do you own it in War Thunder? Maybe so. You played so much. I use a ground attack Q, so we don't fail again our attack run. It is cool indeed. You have no idea how it fits to pilot this thing. Completely different from any other plane in the game. Dropping the same bomb again because of the magic of unlimited ammo. Well, I already destroyed 3 vehicles. Now, I don't know what to do because in theory I should go and dogfight the Tempest, but I better not because then we're doing the mission the 3rd time. So I just say our friends to come back to base just in case I should fail. I don't know, they're playing well enough to do this. So return, do like me, return to base, F7. We did complete the mission after all, yes. Let's try to go the safest way. I bet you had. I bet. I also unlocked the Russian, well, you've seen it, I have the Cold War jets, so of course I also have the Russian jets from the era immediately following this. And they're fairly interesting planes, so unfortunately you almost never play them in simulation mode. Yeah, there's a huge formation of Tempests coming. So this expansion is also set on the Western Front, unlike the rest of the game. So we finally have some American planes in it. There is the Warthog, no, how's it called? The P-40. Well, I show you. I never remember the numbers. I suck at remember the numbers. I've shown them earlier on the stream in any case. They're the 2 most iconic American planes. One is the one with the same engine as the Spitfire, and the other one is the heavier one, earlier too. And now I guess we might as well end the mission since we're in friendly territory, and so we can move on to the next one, just to be sure we're going to a fresh scenario instead of maybe failing the dogfight and having to do it a 3rd time. Also, this is the advantage of such a fast plane. You bomb and then you run. Why would you employ a jet otherwise for ground attack? I guess it's historically correct. Hi Yaroslav, thank you for liking my stream. And next mission, what do we have? These are new mission types, completely different. Enemy troops concentration area attack. You're supposed to skip it, but since I'm the commander I want to fly it. It's a new mission, I want to see how it is. It's always ground attack missions, you see. So what I was saying is actually correct. This plane was used mostly for ground attacks at first. Then there was this incredibly cool image I read about when they had the final battles all around Berlin. And these things took off. They were in much smaller numbers than Allied planes, yet so hard to kill. The reason I don't play jet in War Thunder because the base they spawn an enemy just kill me on the airfield most of the time. What do you mean? You mean the friendly anti-air shoots at you? Ah, no, maybe you mean... yes, that the base isn't being defended correctly and the enemy runs the strafe with the base constantly. It's a fact that it happens often. It ends up being very expensive from a credit standpoint. But you don't play the higher tiers. It's like World of Tanks. You don't play it for earning credits. It actually hurts you most of the time in that regard. So I started playing it less and less as well. You just don't progress further if you play the jets in this kind of game. It's a shame. But this is different. Here you don't have to unlock anything. You play just for fun. So you don't have that problem. Why can't I move this time the waypoint? What's the difference? Well, it won't be as problematic since the plane is fast. But strange. Can move maybe this one? The returning waypoint? No, not here. I know, I should have done it before. Now it's too late. But the plane is fast. We'll be over the objective very soon. Let's employ some of these things. Back armor seems useful. Install pilot back armor, 59 kilograms. Well, it's a jet. It's not going to make that much difference. Let's protect the pilot. It's the most important part of the plane. I'll also take the headrest. Remove front armor? Nah. Remove the... Well, we're not going after bombers. Remove cannons front armor. What does it mean? Are you removing also the cannons? No, I'm not picking that. Fuel regulating valve is good, I guess. The rockets, no, I'm not picking the rockets because I can't hit anything with these rockets. The P-51, yeah, the P-51, and I don't remember, now you said it, I'll have to check it. Wait, I have the webpage up and I always forget. It's the two most iconic American planes, but as I said the other day, I don't know very well American planes. And here it is. Please be patient, guys, will take a second. Here is the plane selection. I was speaking about the P-47. I must say I've tried it earlier. It's a bit slow and unwieldy. Maybe I didn't understand how to fly it. Then you have the newer version of the Focke-Wulf, the BF-109, two versions of it, in fact. The British Tempest, that seems like a blast to fly. I'll have to try it later. And the newer Spitfire. Let's start the mission now. It's a fairly interesting selection of planes, much more so than the base DLCs had. They only had essentially 2 planes per side in various versions. Okay, let's look at the flight path. Also, they released on Steam their new expansion, Flying Circus, but I believe that is still in early access. Yeah, the P-47, sorry, I said Warthog, I don't know why. I was thinking of the A-10, the A-10 Thunderbolt, because it's named the same. Maybe it's the other, I better shut up, I keep saying wrong things. My mental faculty is all occupied by the very fact I'm flying the coolest German jet from the war. Yeah, it tends to raise its nose. Since you have no trim, you constantly have to point it down. That's annoying. And now I have 2 bombs, so it makes more sense for that one to be off-center, but I don't understand why I did. They're kinda cute. 2 bombs like that. You have the 2 engine and 2 smaller bombs in center. What is that circular thing? That's strange. What is the circular thing? Over there. I cannot see it because I mounted so conveniently the armored headrest. Look at it, it's fairly armored indeed. I cannot see it. There's a circular thing on the airframe, nicknamed the Jug. Yeah, the Jug. I don't know almost nothing about it. I'm going to research it. Seems like a very important plane. What do you reckon is that thing between the cockpit and the tail? Circular shape. It's not part of the sensor for the instrumentation, I believe. Ah, it's an antenna, yeah. It's an antenna. Probably it's circular. Yeah, it has one below also. Probably it's circular because in this way it's more resilient to the forces, the G-forces it's going to experience. It's certainly an antenna, yeah. Oh, I crashed my head into the wheel. It's a lot of switches here. I wonder if you can actually start the engine step by step in this game. The pedals work the same. You you have the differential brake. Ah, the front is so distant. Why didn't I move? Well, no, not so distant. We're going after all 700 kilometers per hour. That's the fastest I've ever been in this game, and that's to be expected, I guess. Now above the fine town of who knows where. Should zoom it, I guess. Wies, north of Geldern. Nijmegen, I don't know how to pronounce it at all, so I better shut up on that also. Hi Corax, thank you for liking my stream. We're almost there, judging by the map. So here is the enemy. Let's intercept this guy. Finally some air combat. 5 kilometers now. We're also playing multiplayer before we end the stream, by the way. It's 2 Tempests, of course. That's to be expected. Okay, I'm not going to meet him head on like this. Seems like a dangerous proposition. So maybe Nix, you could tell about this. Perhaps you know. How agile are these things? Do I have to fear them from my almighty jet? Or they probably can't turn in a shorter span because this thing is faster. But perhaps I shouldn't be drained by them. I'd better accelerate and go straight up. This is something they won't be able to do as well as me. Watch out for the steering in the cockpit now. Don't turn fight. Get the high air. Yeah, you're telling me what I had guessed. This is a heavy, big plane. It's not a good idea to try and turn fight these guys. It's in fact almost as big as many bombers from the time. It's already putting itself on my tail. Get high air. Let's go straight up. How fast am I at the moment? 300. No, he's shooting. That's why I'm already stalling. What happened? No, that's because... that's because I miss a wing. No, okay, I suck. I'm sorry. I still have to learn these planes. I'm sorry. Your suggestion reached me too late. We're going to change the waypoint positioning now, so we start right at the mission waypoint. These things are crazy dangerous. It went the same way earlier when I was playing the other mission. As soon as you see them, they destroy me. I'm sorry, Nix, you don't know. I already failed. The Tempest. I'll have to relearn many things. Let's shorten our downtime for as much as we can. We aren't even playing the maximum difficulty, mind you. So let's go back to the planning so I can shorten the path from here. We'll start right at the combat and hopefully we can practice more this way. Even if I fail, I'll be able to restart it. Like so. Here it is. Here's the waypoint. Doesn't let me move it. Why? Here it is. Perfect. Just what the doctor ordered. Yeah, I've read it. 3,000 horsepower. But it's not just that. They also seem to be very powerful in the weapon compartment. The weapon department. Or something such. Okay, we start. It's not very agile, this Kvalb. I was reading earlier about the Tempest. There is a fairly extensive Wikipedia article, it often is the case. The Hawker Tempest. Evolution of the Typhoon is loading in the meanwhile, wasting time. Fortunately, it goes right behind the chat window. I won't be able to read much. I can see the specs if they're on the right, not neither. Still loading, right? No, okay, it's ready. We'll read about it later, maybe. Here it is. So, in regards to configuration, I'll have to bring the bombs, of course. The fuel regulating valve. It all that armor doesn't seem to have made any difference, so I might as well. If they rip off your wing, it's not like armor will do much to you. So maybe we'll be a little more agile. I try to go higher, since that seems to be my strong suit. Only attack when they don't know you are there. I see. Dive below if it's seeks the blind spot. You mean if he gets behind? Dive below. Yeah, makes sense. Maybe I could even overturn the plane and pull the stick. In any case, I'm trying to accelerate and go as high as I can now. We're still 6 kilometers to the object. But why is it so? It's something strange. It doesn't accelerate. Yeah, the throttle doesn't work. What's the matter with you? Maybe I lost focus on the window. What the heck happened? Now it's better, but I lost focus also on the chat window, so like so. Let's hope it works. No, the throttle doesn't work. What happened? The stick works, but the throttle not. I'm having some problem with the controls, I guess, or the game itself. Let's start step by step. First key mapping. Plane engine control. What's going on? It worked. No, it does work. So, what's the problem? Good question. Maybe it's a bug. Fairly new release after all. Yeah, the throttle doesn't work. I'll have to restart the mission. I don't know what that's to do. Won't take as long now because I'm not going back to the planning interface. This is very strange though. Let's hope it's not a game breaking bug, otherwise I'll have to restart everything. Giving me a very out of topic loading screen. I won't alt tab to anything. I won't switch to another window since probably it was that that broke the game. I don't know. Shouldn't have happened in any case. If the enemy is higher than you, extend. Create distance climb, then turn back into the... When you're saying extend, I believe you mean gain more distance. Probably so. So please now work, man. You can't do me that. No. Oh, wait a minute. No, it is working. It's just very slow. Maybe this reflects something in the actual plane. Yeah, I hadn't noticed earlier. Yeah, you increase the throttle. It doesn't increase at once. Must be something the plane had. The real one, I mean. Probably to prevent damage to the jet engines. There's so much new to learn. Okay, I'll try to gather altitude then, and to employ the techniques Nix is speaking about. They seem to be very good advice, as always, from him. I'm also in emergency mode. Let's go to continuous. You can actually break your engine if you over throttle in this game, unlike War Thunder. Well, you can also break it in War Thunder, but it takes far longer. The strange thing is that I'm not going so fast. No, okay, it's slowly accelerating. I seem to remember some feelings like this with the earlier jets I drove in War Thunder. They take a bit to accelerate. Still it seems slow. Why only 300? This is the odometer, you see. Well, if I don't go any faster than the Tempest, I bet the Tempest is going to win. Nothing too strange. Maybe I have an RPM regulator. No, because the engine management is automatic in single player. Well, I'm in any case higher than them, so I'll gather speed when I go for the dive. They're in much higher number than us. Also, this reflects reality, I believe, since we're piloting the jet. Well, now increasing speed, 400. So, what do you say? Ah, there's also P-47s over there. I don't know about the P-47. Didn't convince me when I flew it earlier. Was also very twitchy and hard to keep in the air. Let's go for that Tempest. Then I'll go straight back up. You said attack when they don't know you're there. This guy, I bet, doesn't know. It's so far from him. Why is he speaking Russian to me now? Ah no, it's German, okay. Never mind that. No, I completely missed my opportunity. Let's go back up. This is the technique I have to employ, I guess. If you attack, generate as much speed before attacking. Go wide angle. Die slightly behind, below their tail. This also makes a lot of sense, because when you go back up, you're going to be slower and thus have more time to aim. What a strange engagement. Completely different from what I'm used to. You're the only jet, yet you're somehow at a disadvantage. I guess the one on bottom seems more interesting. It's coming straight at me. Well, this is a way of fighting, I guess. No, didn't get it. 9 lower than that guy, but I'm going 500. Straight. No, missed. This is not the ultimate weapon I imagined it to be. Takes a bit getting used to it. What a cool engagement though. The old dynamic campaign doesn't seem to have them. Most of the times you get to the objective, there is nothing waiting for you except the objective itself. Now you have to fight in there and then you attack. This is more like the scripted campaigns, I guess. Shall I go and drop the bombs? I might as well. I'll use the assist for being sure I hit. Now we're dropping a bomb at 700 km/h. It's bound to be somewhat difficult. I guess I'll aim at this cluster of vehicles over there. My god, what I'm doing. Wonder if it hit. Assign objective completed. Yeah, I guess it did hit. 3 vehicles destroyed. Medium armored. Fairly big. Speed is the life. Yeah, I noticed. It's the only thing that it gets going for it, I guess. Except maybe firepower. It's not an agile plane by any means. Now let's go back. Up high. Look at the control surface on the wing. How are these called? These that come out when you make steep turns. Also the BF has them. At least some versions. These are coming after me very angrily. Now let's gather more speed. 300 is not enough. 400. 500. I bet they can go 600. Apparently they can't, so I go straight down like Nix said, so I reach 700. I can't believe this thing can go 700, not even with 3000 horsepower. I feel like Superman now. Nothing comes close to my speed. I completely outran the guy that was shooting at me. You don't even have to turn, you just go and accelerate. So now pointing at the Tempest. I'm losing speed fast though, because I'm going back up, now 500. They can go 800. You're speaking about the Tempest? Yeah, in a dive I bet. But not when going straight. Well, this should be faster, you cannot tell me they're as fast as the Squalb. And now I had to sneeze. No, not now, Lawrence Barrett. You're so lucky. Even my allergy keeps you alive. 400 now. No, you cannot attack from below like that. Look at the BFs. who are doing a much better job than me. But I guess I would be doing a better job in a BF too. I have to learn a new plane after all. Okay, now I'm behind. What am I at now? Maybe if my instruments, the texture came on. 400. 400, the guy I guess is heading for me. No, not so. Yeah, so, well I hit him. Did some damage. What timing he did? It's the war allergy. I'm allergic to war. Ominous German voices over the radio. Is it so angry compared to the English voices they added now? So calm and understanding. Almost friendly when they shout at you. What am I going? 400. Well, it's in a turn. So it could be enough. Let's accelerate a bit. Now back to 450. No, I cannot turn that well. Where is the aim assist? Here it comes on. I guess it's finished. Yeah, indeed it is. We're shooting 2-on-1. Victor Hughes. Just killed Victor Hugo, I guess. Maybe his brother. No, you're not a brother by name. Well, I got 1 kill at least. We also completed the mission, but since I had 2 bombs, even disregarding the unlimited ammunition, I might as well drop another bomb. Well, where are the targets now? I went a bit off course. Maybe I shouldn't test my rack. I should go to the next mission. But I drop a bomb first. I have to pass over the targets in any case, I think. Now I've added some time compression. These are targets? No, these are friendlies. Well, let's go to the next mission. I better not risk it. I want to keep the stream fresh. If I'm repeating missions left and right, it's going to be more boring. So we're shortening once more the downtime for as much as I can, which means that I will soon complete the mission when I'm back in friendly territory. And I guess we are. Yes. When you're in friendly territory, you can just complete it if the objective is indeed done, yeah. Maybe you wanted me to try and land this thing, but I'm not going to do it after I complete a mission the first time. It's far too risky. Starting to get the hang of it, yeah. You're ever the optimist, but maybe also I am. Let's try the next mission. Let's see what the generator concocts for me within the wonderful Battle of the Bulge. There, I also got an iron cross, so it's not so bad. Next battle, a new day begins. What a wistful picture. An autumn tree in the plains, while planes, of course, fly overhead. You can even see the flower on the squadron emblem, where the Edelweiss squadron, you see. Unit HQ. Yeah, this flower I was speaking about, but I didn't want the HQ, I wanted the planning room. Enemy airfield attack, this sounds interesting. Enemy vehicle column attack. I want to do them both. They're new type of missions. They weren't in the original game. So, since I'm the commander, I do whatever I want. I'll be the one attacking both the enemy airfield and the column. Headquarters. So, enemy airfield, here it is. All missions where we can shorten the flight path. You see, you move the waypoint, like so. Well, the other one, here it is. That's a great little hint. Makes for a more engaging game. Far more, I meant. Start the mission. We customize the plane once the mission has loaded. I like that size of bombs, even the fact that it carries 2. I wish I could read about the Tempest, but I better not. Is my rural engagement in the P-51 Hispano, where I raid the enemy. I wrecked the enemy. Is that a jet as well? The P-51 Hispano. I cannot resist. No, but I didn't break the game. It was just my feeling. Let's see what the P-51 Hispano is. It's a Mustang variant. So I believe that wouldn't make it jet engined. Must be another heavy fighter kind of plane. I never played heavy fighters in wartime. The Russians don't seem to employ them. I pick the same bombs. I'll also pick the fuel regulation valve. Let's put the gyrogun sight in, I guess. Nothing else. Because the armor seems useless. Or at least that's the impression it gave me earlier. So we're attacking the enemy airfield this time. Maybe we'll get... Here you see, this is the gyro aiming. It's a bit annoying in VR really, because it's so in your face. You have this thing that constantly messes with your depth perception, which I guess is realistic in a way, but also very annoying. And besides, I don't know how this thing works. It's supposed to keep track of the movement of the airplane to assist you in aiming, but doesn't work so well in my experience. I haven't tried it long yet. It's the Mustang with Hispano are the cannons, right? So bigger cannons, I guess. Perhaps makes for a heavier plane. I heard that the cannons on this were also pretty good. The reason it made him such a great bomber hunter, among other things. That's a line of enemy units. And here I see very clearly the enemy airfield. What time is it? 15:48. At 4 o'clock, that is in about 10-15 minutes, I'll go play multiplayer for the final part of the stream. Here comes the enemy airfield. What do we have here? That's probably anti-air artillery. So maybe I shouldn't dive straight for it. Wait a second, I'll scout first. I can easily go back up in this thing. Yeah, it's so slow to move, the throttle lever. You need to get used to it, and also I believe take account of that. I might as well overturn. What do we have? These are all guns, I believe. It's bound to be dangerous. Yeah, it's just like I read about it. It was not the best ground attack plane. You cannot see below well. You have these huge wings to your left and right. The cabin is so elevated compared to it. And also the nose. You can see nothing. Unless that is you overfly the objective and turn your plane this way and that. But that's hardly ideal, especially compared to something like the Russian ground attackers that have the transparent floor. So much better for this. That's flak, okay. Looks very dangerous whichever way you take into account. Let's tell the guys to attack first. I'm the commander, I'm not going to risk. Attack the ground targets. F3. Angry words in German always sound angry. Eagle, engage nearest ground target. They're going to tell me, you go first, you have to lead by example, Mr. Commander. I cannot see the guys. Do I have wingmen? That is the question. I seem to remember they were in the mission. Maybe I left them behind. Here they come. Well, take your leisure, guys. There's no hurry. This is only the final part of the war. I'll go second, I guess. Let's go higher. That's also the enemy coming, again Tempests. And now we'll have to fight them above the airfield. That's not nice. These guys are crazy dangerous. I wouldn't have thought so. Probably they're even better planes than the German jet, I guess. Yeah, now you see how useless this aiming sight is. Good thing we have the assist on, because completely disappears when you try to aim, because it's gyroscopic, you see. I don't know what the advantage is supposed to be. Are these the friendlies? Let's look at the map. I guess so, yeah. All neatly arranged in formation and doing nothing. As friendlies in flight simulators are wanted to do. Let's gather altitude. Like Nick said. Wing over the target. That's what they call it. Ah yes, the technique for spotting it, I guess. Your speed is too low. I want 190. Let's change the priority. I'll tell them to engage the air targets now. What are you doing? That's a lucky shot. Did I break? Yeah, the wing is gone. That's an easy kill. I don't know what he had in mind. In any case, he could have easily killed me. So I'm lucky like that. Went the other way around. These textures suck, they're horribly pixelated. There's some problems with the level of detail in VR in this game. Seems to need a bit of improvement in that regard. Shall we drop the first of our bombs? I guess as much. Give me a little aid. Must be going at crazy speed right now. And bomb. Of course the views don't assist me, but we'll know soon if I hit. What am I going at? 700. I have one plane kill, so I missed, I guess. But it's not easy dropping bombs at that speed. Good thing I have another. A kill is a kill, yeah. Indeed. No. I better not waste too much speed. That's the only advantage I have, seemingly. Let's also look behind, possibly without destroying my neck in the attempt, like I did the other week. It's very difficult to look behind when you're playing in VR sometimes. Also, this plane doesn't seem to have very good visibility. Ah well, now it does, because I didn't deploy the rear armor. These guys are doing nothing. What are you doing? They overfly the airfield doing nothing. Flight leader orders. Order. Attack nearest air target. Now you see they're swiftly reacting to my order. And maybe they are. Do a gesture to them. Destroy. How's the gesture for destroy? Something like this. The heavy metal gesture, I believe. That's what I just did to them. So, there's only 2 Tempests left, it seems. After one so conveniently suicided in front of me, why do they keep their lights on? How helpful of them. I guess that one is my target. Seems a bit distracted. Artificial intelligence for this game could also use some work, I believe. He's distracted, yeah. Maybe speaking on his phone. So now the aim inside seems to be working well. Maybe because I planted my face right in the middle of it. And cut completely in half. Yeah, that was good advice. Just like you said. You better attack when they don't know about you. And it's easy to do really when you can zoom down like that at like 1000 km/h. They don't even have the time to spot you. Now where's the other one? Shall we make another attempt with the bomb? No, I'll kill that guy first. Yeah, I would use my wingman nicks, but they do nothing of what I tell them. I guess they'll be court-martialed after this mission. Or they would if I had the power. It should sound better, I believe. No, I'm not as well aligned as before. It might work, I guess. No, it didn't. It's completely lost interest in me. What's this sound? Ah, someone commented my post. Hi Nilo, thank you for commenting my post. Unfortunately, I cannot see the comment. You should have placed it on the stream itself. I don't know if you're listening, but if you comment the share, I will be able to answer only after the stream. Yes, the enemy. Well, so dumb I'm not even going to employ any advanced tactic. Maybe its AI actually gave out, completely glitched, I don't know, it's doing nothing, it flies straight, there's nothing. Look at him approaching breakneck speed. I will have only a second to try and hit. Like so, yeah. What's he trying to land? He had the wheels out. He's not landing anything, I guess. There's another one, it seems. I'll have to drop these bombs eventually. Let's attempt it. Well, it is beautiful, yeah. It's fun to use as a plane, incredibly so. Takes work. Probably will take some more from me. But I knew I'd love it. It's a different experience, really. Almost anachronistic. Something came out of a different age. I want the bombing aid. Well, I guess it was in a sense. Bomb. Ah, this time definitely hit. I cannot see it because the level detail of this game sucks so much. Thinks I'm past it, I'm not going to render it. But I did destroy the objective, yeah. 2 planes and the objective. Now I can return to base. I guess we better. Let's keep switching missions. I don't want to linger here and maybe fail, then we have to redo it. Let's tell everyone to come back. Flight leader orders. Return to base. F7. No. Did I press F6? I'll have to do it again to be sure. F2. F7. Yeah. No. Oh. Ragazzi. Return to base. I hear nothing. Are they shooting at me? Who's shooting at me? No. It was a strange sound, like... No, there's no one. Why you gonna give me a scare? Ah, yes. They were also shot down on the ground, I've heard. Due to the lower number they had. They were very vulnerable in that regard. Yes, I guess that's karma, so let's acquire vengeance for all the ME-262. Now accelerating back to mission. Time accelerating, that is. It seemed like someone was eating me. Again, my wingmates don't listen, because they're still back at the objective, and that's on them, I guess. What is that? The enemy's coming. This doesn't look good. Now, I should be able to outrun them in principle, but since, as Nix was telling me, the Tempest is not that much slower than my own plane, I guess I better also go upwards. I'm not looking for trouble at the moment. I'd rather return to base. There's also 3 of them. Let's see if this thing is as fast as it's advertised. Because otherwise we're going to be in big trouble. Over the clouds. The clouds there are. It's gaining now at 180. Go back down. Accelerate. You tell me that thing goes at 800, right? I can beat it to 800. But why did they leave me alone? Why are you leaving your commander? Now 650. 700. Dive, yeah, you see, you're telling me what I'm already doing. Of course you have the delay. 750. 750. 800 kilometers per hour in a World War II plane. Look at the ground. It's quite impressive in VR. Almost vertigo inducing. 750 is my best, I guess. Let's see where they are. I'll employ automatic leveling. No, yeah, I'm leaving them. No, I'm not leaving them behind. That guy's gaining again. I'll go back up. Oh god. They're monsters. The Tempests are actually the better planes here. I love to fly a Tempest in multiplayer. They're gaining. They're gaining whichever thing I do. Go back down. Now accelerating again. How is it possible? Why is a propeller plane going faster than the jet? Okay, it's got a hefty engine, I guess. But this thing has got two of them, and they're jets. 750. Let me see. No, they're gaining. They're gaining. I guess I'm screwed. No, I cannot understand the reason. Keep doing it. Back up. No. I go as up as I can. Let's say until I'm at about 200 speed. I wish I could read that altimeter. What is it? 2000 now. Yeah. That's the thousands. Now I'll go back down. 350. Let's see if it's working. No, it's not working. They will get me in a second. Ah, well, it's the winter, yeah, I guess not. It's not working. No, it is. It is. Now I'm over. Now I'm. No, they're gaining again. That's the most ridiculous. I could actually complete the mission now. Also, the wingmates are close by. I could actually complete the mission and cheat like that because I'm in friendly territory. And I guess I can always attempt it. Also, the wingmates are at the scene. Should we try and fight this? How many there are of them? I slow down time while I check. Okay. There's two of them, and the two wingmates coming from behind. What do you say, Nix? Should we fight it? I cannot outrun these guys. I see no other possibility. That is, unless I want to cheat and conclude the mission. But seems like a fun situation. Let's try to ask for help. Flight leader, orders. Attack nearest targets. And now they're almost shooting at me, so I'll try to go back, accelerate briskly, and hopefully join up with the friends. Where are they? I guess it's these two, 5 kilometers away. Yeah, I'm doing that, yeah. The wingmen now are going the opposite way. Why do you suck so much, wingmates of mine? Also, there's only 2 of them. I seem to remember there were more. I lost some. My god, I'm completely surrounded. Also, the one to the left seems a bit more exposed. Ah, these are BFs. These are not my wingmen. They're just guys passing by. It's the later BF. In any case, should be capable of taking these guys. So my wingmen, I guess, they deserted to the enemy. They went all the way back to France. And the guy completely destroyed me with 1 hit. 1 hit is all it took from a Tempest. That's how much the Tempest is feared in the final part of World War II. Okay, kinda disappointing, but fun in a way. Let's go to multiplayer now. It's okay. Yes, indeed. Fateful word. My god, restart it though. Otherwise, I would be unable to continue the campaign. But we could easily skip the mission and go to the next one, but I want to play a bit of multiplayer now. because otherwise there wouldn't be enough time left. I wish. Have you seen it? One shot. One shot. What guns do these guys have? I guess it's the Hispano, but how many of them? It's incredible. I guess this plane was overrated. This is the feeling I get. Unless you're a maestro at using it in the absolute best way. Maybe all the surviving Germanese at the point of the war were very, very skilled, I guess. Also, that must have contributed to the legend of it. What are we loading? Ah, yeah, it's reloading the mission, but I'm not doing the mission again. Too bad, because I had two fairly good kills, but we'll redo it tomorrow. Now I want to play multiplayer. I'd like to fly this plane in multiplayer and see how it goes against real players. So I guess we should go to a server running the new DLC. Wings of Liberty probably isn't. Tactical Air War. Official server. Planes and Tanks, normal. Ranked Battle. That's a new server. Wasn't here the last days. Maybe it will have the new planes. Let's see. 4 Hispano, so that's the reason of its crazy power. Now it's loading the mission. I have a very big newfound respect for that plane, and also a great desire to try and use it. What an interesting map. How does it work? There's a fortification in the middle. Ah, it's a tank battle. No. Yeah, and this game also has tanks, by the way. Of course, they listed under dogfight, because I guess that makes sense. Very logical of them. Last Assault. Well, Wings of Liberty is running a map called Last Assault, so I guess it could be the German one. Bodeplatte was, after all, a literal Last Assault. Let's see if I'm lucky like that. Going to be a bit of a Russian roulette, because I'd like also to fly the Tempest. That would be satisfying to me. But if I'm selecting one side, then I cannot get into the other in the same match, so I'll be locked. Let's hope it has the plane I want. This is the usual map they run, so I strongly doubt it will have the new planes. So let's try it nonetheless. Any German airfield, yeah, same old planes. No, it's from a different era. It's not going to work. Now I started to wonder, will they have it in any server at all? It's a new DLC after all. Planes and tanks. Well, I only saw tanks on that. Berloga has some of the planes, but not all. Probably not the Tempest or the ME. Tactical Air War, Finnish Virtual Pilots. These are all empty server. Once again, the player base for this game fails us. Let's try Tactical Air War. Otherwise, I'll just do a Berlog, I guess. Well, we only have 20 minutes left in any case. Maybe it's better that way. Maybe not many people bought the DLC yet. They already spoke about the next expansion. It will be set during the Battle of Normandy, which I guess could be interesting. But it's a shame they're still not doing the Pacific. That would be what I want the most. Battles in the Pacific will rock with plane carriers, imagine it. They will eventually create it. No, I know Omnix. I never played American planes. I totally at zero. So we won't be able to play together on the same side. I'm sorry. I should try and grind them. Maybe I start. But the only quick way to unlock planes is to play arcade mode, and it sucks. For me, at least, it's very boring. No, we don't have them. Okay, let's just go to Berloga, I guess. In any case, we only have 20 minutes left. We'll do some quick dogfights against real people. And also Berlage doesn't have all the Bodeplatte planes, but some of them are in. The newer Focke-Wulf, for instance, also the BFs, and if I'm not mistaken, the American planes are in it too, but not the Tempest or the ME. But let's see, maybe I didn't check it thoroughly. I don't know, Nix, if you want to play lower tier, I could try and unlock the American planes with you. I guess it could be fun or interesting. You know the times at which I play more or less. Okay, let's try... Well, this is another great dilemma. I don't see any American spawning points. Well, you can easily switch... Yeah, it's on the Russian side because it's simpler that way. Here is the Tempest. Ah, here it is. I want to fly that monster now. Let me try the power of British engineering. Against real people, no less. This is another strange question, because I don't know the characteristics of the other engine that I'm not putting if I select this. Estimated speed increase, so it's better, I guess. Estimated speed increase. Let's put it in. And here's the Hispano Mark 5. Convergence 600. No, 600 bullets, okay. Where's the convergence? 308. I guess it will work. Play arcade only up to rank 2. Okay, you know what? I also always enjoy to play War Thunder Arcade while I'm doing something else. Like I'm watching TV and I play with the mouse without VR or anything. I might do it this evening instead of something else. And try and unlock up to rank 2. Okay. It's a deal, I guess. So this is the inside of the beast that completely obliterated me. Here it is. As I was saying before, the wings look a lot similar to the Spitfire, but it's a way more powerful plane. 300 horsepower, can you imagine? You can easily see fire coming out even at this altitude. This is their air intake, I guess. Double Merlin engine. Isn't it named differently? It's no, it's double the power, you mean? Yeah, because the engine has a different name. You just read it now, I don't remember it. It's not an Merlin engine. It's like it was 2 Merlin engines. That's very true. I like the compass. Is that a compass? It's an actual full-size naval compass between your legs. What's that thing? What's this thing? You have to identify them here. You don't have labels, so it's not easy. Now we have many more planes to tell apart compared to the older versions of the game. So what is that? That's a good question. What am I supposed to save in this dogfight? That looks Russian, so it's a friendly. So this must be the enemy. Yeah, that's probably a German plane. The squarish wings give it away. Yes, probably Focke-Wulf. Also, my first player kill of the day. Yeah. My god, the power. The power of the guns. One salvo is all it took, completely broke it in half. Now I see how they kill me so easily. What's that thing? Oh, I lost it because I mistakenly... That looked German. Yeah, it was grey. Grey means it's German, most of the time. Well, now we have also American planes. I guess American planes were often grey, so that's also something new to take into account. What the hell is that? German? No, American. Yeah, that's the American. P-50, the second one. I don't remember the number at all. Someone's shooting at me. I was going to shoot an American plane. That's the American plane. Okay, you can tell it by the insignia on the wing. It's very apparent compared to the other one. Again, I black out. My god, these pilots black out so easy. He's shooting him, so he's an enemy. Why am I losing so many frames? I guess too many planes in a short span of the map. No, someone's shooting me while I shoot at him. And he completely exploded me, apparently. Too bad, because that was probably my second kill coming. Also got 2 points, so maybe it's an assist. Respawn, respawn. Quick, quick, finish the mission and respawn. Where was I? I was here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Tempest. Should I pick something different? I want to do another sortie in the Tempest, then we'll pick something different. It was a P-51, yes. It was, unfortunately. In any case, I was getting bored of the higher tiers of War Thunder. I was speaking about it earlier. It's so annoying, the fact that every mission you do, it costs you. And costs you a lot. I was thinking of going back to Era 3 with the Italian planes, but also playing the Americans now seems interesting, since I have them in this game too. I'll get grinding. I'll get down to grind and unlock some planes. The other tiers are usually easy, that's a lot of beginners, at least that's how it was originally. What are these? What are these? That's German, isn't it? No, I'm not sure, I cannot shoot. That also looks German to me, they're all Germans to my eye. I hope... no, the chat window's coming. No, that's American, okay, P-51. So that's the German. That's like dead reckoning, you know where you are based on where you aren't. Have you ever heard the meme about the missile that knows where it is because it knows where it isn't? I know where it isn't because it doesn't know where it is. Something like that. I hope that was that wasn't a friendly, because now it's completely on fire. No, it's definitely German. Okay, nice kill, by the way. I set him on fire. So, do I get the points or not? Doesn't give me the point, that's really unfair. Look at him, dying a horrible fury death. And splash. Yeah, gave me a kill. Enemies. Something over there. No, it's crashed too. Yeah. Even this soon into the experience, I must say the Tempest is more enjoyable than the ME to pilot. By far. First of all, it isn't a crazy strange plane that you have to understand. Second, has such firepower. Ooh, the parachute. I believe we might start another career the next time we play this. Maybe I switch sides. Someone behind. No idea on that. Ah, no. Vabbè. Look at me. Just half of a tempest. It's a storm. What is half of a tempest? Let's switch plane. I'll pick an American one now. Final 10 minutes. If he lets me respawn, that is. Finish spectate. So, what do you reckon, Nix? Well, by the time you listen to my question, I'm already in game. So, because of the delay... Yeah, it's named in a peculiar way. Now I don't remember the name. In any case, I'll go with the P... I want to try the P-47 again. I didn't like it the other day. Since I'm going to play the American in War Thunder. This has also the gyro gun side. The mirror. What is this? Fixed loop radio compass. We're not going to need it for the fight. More ammo is always good. This is a different weapon configuration. I don't know about it. So we're going to have 3,400 rounds. Conversion 308. It's nice as a plane. Very compact. Somewhat agile looking. But it's also twitchy. As soon as you pull the stick too much, I crashed all by myself earlier. And I'm still messing up. Maybe now I'll play better. Let's see. It's slow. At least it feels like it. I'm going to 50 now. Well, compared to the Tempest, that's to be expected, I guess. It's a much inferior plane to that. But it's cute looking. Look at this. It's like a little smart car of that. With its stubby wings. One fitted with 2 Merlin engine. Tempests are fitted with Rolls-Royce engine. So it's from Rolls-Royce also. I'll have to look into that. I wrote an article on the Merlin engine the other day. I don't know if you've seen it. Well, it's in Italian, of course. But nothing about the later planes. Still haven't studied them from the British. I see no enemy all around me. Here is something. Yeah, look at this. 250. You cannot opt for more in this thing. This also has a Merlin engine. No, the other one has it. I don't know the name of this engine. The P51 has the Merlin engine. This one doesn't. Now it's so much slower. It take ages to get up there. Low fuel. It's enough for less than 10 minutes on normal engine mode. How can it be? I just started my sortie. Do the same type of tactic in the Mi 262. With this one, you mean? Well, it's certainly not as fast. Seemed like a nimble plane. Look at the movements of the pilots. I don't think the other planes, the older one in the game, had it. When you take a turn, the pilot's way is this way and that. No, it's no longer doing it. It's no longer doing it. It was doing it earlier. Well, I would do any kind of tactic really if I had even a single enemy. Here they are, here they are. It's definitely more agile than this ME, almost always, yeah, also more small by far. I'm going. These are miles, by the way, so it's not as low as I thought. We're no longer looking at kilometers per hour, these are miles. Yeah, of course it feels slower. I consider miles to be kilometers, that's bound to happen. That's possibly German. No, yes, someone on my tail. Yeah, I'm not, so my wing is now gone, so there's not much I can do about it. Finish the mission before you touch the ground. Okay. Let's see if I can spawn in the me in this server. I don't think so, due to balancing reasons, I guess. No. These are B-planes, by the way. That's kind of funny. Older ones. Always climb. I wish I knew about it. No, we don't have the ME. Final sortie, because it's getting late. I'll pick the P51, I might as well, it's the other big newcomer of the game. This looks fairly similar to the Aira Cobra from the inside. The Aira Cobra was already in the Cuban campaign. That's German, isn't it? Indeed it is. I don't recognize the plane though. This must be one of the later BFs. Don't kill steal it. No, I cannot lose such an occasion. And now of course I stalled the plane, so I guess I lost it. But it's too early to say really, I did some damage. He's going for a crash landing, I believe. And now he's crashed against the other guy. What is that? Good question. With all these new planes, I have no idea. This is a common Merlin engine. Also sounds similar to the Spitfire, I guess that's to be expected. Much different shape of the wings though. Not as distinctive. Nah, they wanted me. I see red. But the plane is mostly okay now. It's lost one of its control surfaces. Still flies pretty well. Well, to say it's okay is a bit of an overstatement. Where is the guy that shot me? Now I see blue door in my headset. Okay, I believe I'll be soon dead. Here he is. Am I lacking a canopy at the moment? Yeah, also the canopy is gone. Not the best situation to film yourself in. Well, as long as you're in the air, as they say, but I'm not much longer in the air, I think. Well, an inglorious end. Wasn't scoring too badly, by the way. I got 4 points at the moment, third. But I guess I'm going down. No, now I can no longer control the damn thing. Also, the engine's doing some strange sounds. Yes, kind of glorious in its own right, but now it's not just wounded, it's completely, I guess, as you said earlier, wrecked. Yeah, very wrecked. No, it stays in there. Quite resilient, these American planes. I guess their fame isn't unwarranted. Okay, I see something I could actually reach there. There's people at low altitude. Let's see if I can bring someone with me to hell. No, I no longer see it though. The guy doesn't seem very aggressive. Where are you? That thing looks interesting. No, it's coming again for me. There's not much I can do. Well, but he crashed into me, so he's going to die as well, and that's also karma. Suits you well, man. Next time be more careful, I say, as I very happily glide to the ground and gracefully touch it. Tragic indeed. Yes, very tragic. Nice footnote to the stream. Well, I'm out of time now for the moment. I guess it was a nice discovery, this DLC. I'm really enjoying it at the moment and fairly glad I bought it. As I said, a bit expensive for the moment. But if you enjoy this kind of game, so you're looking for something cool to play in VR, I guess it's a great buy. If you are bought like me, it's an absolute must buy. Probably the best thing. Here I am. It's quite dark. Yeah, it's gotten late. Okay, guys, thank you for watching as always. We'll see tomorrow morning what to play. Maybe I'll go to War Thunder. If I play War Thunder, I grind and unlock something interesting from the American side. Tomorrow morning we play War Thunder. Otherwise, more of this. For the moment, have a nice continuation of the afternoon. And thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. Thank you for everyone who commented or was here watching me. It was a pleasure. Ciao from Italy. See you soon.